Please welcome to the stage OSU Foundation President and CEO, Mike Goodwin.
Wow, what a great video and a great way to set the tone for being here tonight. So thanks to everyone for being here. But before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment and ask you all to welcome our new head football coach, Gary Anderson, and his wife, Stacy. We'll hear from Gary a little bit later, and it's great to have you guys here tonight. So who was here, First Destination OSU 2001, 15 years ago? Anybody? It was called Fun in the Sun back there. All right. Who's that, Ron? Some of you may remember we started this tradition in Palm Springs, ran it there for 12 years. Our first one followed the great win in the Fiesta Bowl over Notre Dame. And Jim Redd, thank you very much for coming up with that idea. So every year, this awards event is a very special evening for the OSU community. It's the one time during the year that our entire external or advancement community comes together, Alumni Association, the OSU Foundation, the OSU Athletic Department, to recognize some really impressive and really important people. We do this for a really important reason, and that's to celebrate volunteer service and the great impact that it's had on our community and our university. I think many of you were probably there last fall when Nicholas Kristof spoke on campus at the campaign celebration. And, you know, so much of what he said that day had to do with service, with generosity, with philanthropy. And he's so quotable. But one of the things he said really stuck with me. You think Ebola is contagious, he said. Well, altruism is way more contagious. It can truly spread because you're not just supporting something like the Campaign for OSU. It's bigger than that. It's working on behalf of the public good. So the impact of every one of you in this room tonight is just tremendous. Each of you have given generously of your time as volunteers. You know, if our systems were good enough that we could tally up all the hours that you've spent on volunteer service, it would be a pretty big number. And it's really hard for any of us to imagine what OSU would be like without your volunteer service. You just have that kind of an impact. So tonight's about celebrating that spirit of service and the impact it has on our university. I want to just take a moment to recognize several of our past winners who are here with us tonight. We have a couple of our former Lifetime Trustee winners, or previous Lifetime Trustee winners, Ken Poorman and Dwayne McDougall. We have 3 polling award winners with us tonight, Sue and Ken Poorman, Jim and Judith Yude, and Bert Babb is here. Great to have you here tonight, Bert. And former Shavs Award winners, Bert Babb, Sue Poorman, and Pat Reeser. Your service to OSU and your leadership have played a huge role in making our university what it is today. Thank you. This year's recipients truly, as you'll see later, as we'll see throughout the course of the evening, represent the highest level of commitment and dedication and passion for OSU. And they've helped really drive and fuel a decade of incredible progress at our university. So, I ask you all to raise a glass to this year's honorees. Thank you for your vision, for your leadership, and most importantly, for your friendship. Hear, hear. That was some good water. We look forward to hearing from all of you a little bit later. Now, please enjoy your dinner, and we'll be back shortly with the rest of our program. Thank you and enjoy.
Please welcome OSU President Ed Ray.
Good evening. It's great to be here in Arizona with all of you and to see Beaver Nation so well represented here tonight. I know you're all aware of the many great accomplishments that have helped propel Oregon State University to prominence as an internationally recognized public research university. One of the great joys of serving as Oregon State's president is to find inspiration in so many ways on a daily basis from our students and their passion for their studies, their research, their dreams for the future. I've said this many, many times, our graduates truly are our greatest contribution to the future, and our faculty do an extraordinary job mentoring them to have an incredible impact on the world. Benjamin Naran, a senior studying electrical engineering and computer science, is one of these outstanding students. Benjamin's passion is robotics, and it began at South Eugene High School, where he joined the robotics team and spent evenings and weekends assembling, programming, and testing 120-pound machines operated by remote control. When he came to Oregon State University, Benjamin worked on OSU's Mars rover team, which placed 4th in an international competition in Utah. But the rover didn't really fulfill Benjamin's desire to make people's lives better. Benjamin got that chance when a human-sized robot named Harris by the students arrived at Bill Smart's lab in OSU's School of Mechanical, Industrial, and Manufacturing Engineering. Professor Smart brought Benjamin on board to help unpack the robot and get it running. The next thing he knew, Benjamin was working with 2 graduate students in the OSU robotics program on a wheelchair project that has the potential to dramatically improve the quality of life for disabled people who are paralyzed, including those afflicted with ALS. Benjamin Naran typifies what's best about Oregon State University's students. When there's something to be done, he just rolls up his sleeves and gets it done. And if there's something he doesn't know how to get done, he either figures it out or he gets people to help him to get it done. And that's just how you, our strongest supporters, work as well. Donor support and your commitment to Oregon State, most recently demonstrated in the remarkable success of the Campaign for OSU, help transform students' lives and enable our graduates to make significant contributions to addressing the world's most pressing, most challenging problems. Professor Bill Smart, Benjamin, and their team are currently gearing up for a trip to Boston to share the capabilities of the robotics wheelchair and to install their electronics package on the chair of a person with ALS. The goal is to have the person use the chair for a year and to collect data during that time. No one has ever done this sort of long-term study before, so as you might imagine, the team is very excited about this opportunity. This testing will help Benjamin and the team work to improve the navigation abilities of the chair and the user interface. Additionally, the team is working to integrate an eye tracking capability into this system. This potentially could dramatically improve the quality of the lives of those who suffer from ALS, since interacting with a computer is very difficult for them. And let me just say this one more time. They are literally working on a camera-activated system that by eye motions, a person who is totally physically immobilized could look in a certain direction and the chair will automatically go there. The ultimate goal, thank you. It gets better. The ultimate goal is to develop a low-cost kit, about $500, that people can add to their ordinary wheelchairs at home, vastly increasing their independence and dramatically improving the day-to-day lives of tens of thousands of wheelchair users all over the country and throughout the world. When I meet students like Benjamin, I feel like the luckiest man in the world to work in a place that transforms the lives of our students and through their inspiring work, those who need it most. I thank you all again for your support and commitment to OSU. Without you, we would not have achieved so many of the remarkable and significant milestones that we have recently. From our classrooms and research facilities to our athletic playing fields and courts, to our leadership in tackling the planet's most pressing problems, I promise you, and I've said this before too, that we will always bring our A game. We are not done. The best is yet to come. Thank you very much.